So if you're out there, if you're out there, if you're not out there, you wouldn't be listening to this, but since you're out there, you're in one of two or three camps, I suspect. Most people have some level of fear, if we want to downgrade it all the way into concern. I have concerns. I don't have a lot of fears, but I have some concerns right now. And some of you have fears and concerns about coronavirus. And you're worried about your health. You're worried about the health of the nation. If you have a medical issue that you're recovering from, a member of your family that is, or you're elderly and susceptible in the high-risk group, that is a valid concern now. Just like the flu is a valid concern for you. It could take you out. And so the virus could be fatal in that situation. We all know that now. We've all talked about that. And we all know that the vast majority of the deaths, almost all of them, have been in those categories. And so almost all of the folks that were healthy previous to getting the virus have had full recoveries. So we know that now. And so those are some facts. But people are pretty freaked out about the virus and the pandemic. And the World Health Organization has now footing in our psychology that it never had before. The CDC has footing and credibility in our minds that it never had before, superseding that of governments even, in some of your minds. And people have gone a little crazy. Some of you are more afraid now of the cure. Everyone stays at home and does nothing, so the economy completely implodes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. How many weeks of that can this economic system that we've built endure? How many weeks of that can your family endure? How many weeks of that can your small business endure? And so you're afraid. So let me first just tell you, as Uncle Dave or Papa Dave or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be a little parental. I'm often that, so if you're not used to that, get over it. When people are afraid, some of you are misbehaving. You're being mean to other people, and you need to stop that. You're being mean to other family members inside your family because your fear is out of control, and you need to calm your butt down and behave. Some of you are misbehaving. A friend of mine was in Walgreens and stepped across some blue mythical line in there that had something to do with social distancing, and some twerp in skinny jeans yelled at her. Stop that. You're misbehaving. Your fear is causing you to misbehave. Calm down. My friend John Maxwell often says that hurting people hurt people. And so you're scared, and out of your fear, you're doing harm to other people, and you need to stop it. You need to be kind. The number of mean, nasty, threatening, horrible things that have been said about me in the past 7 days is off the scale. Well, I can handle it, but it just reveals you. It doesn't reveal me. My character didn't change a week ago. My character's always been exactly what my character is. I've never been greedy, capitalistic, horrible, put people in harm's way for $1. I've never done that in 30 years, and there's no evidence to that fact, and yet I've been accused of all of those things because some of you are just meaner than crud because you're scared. When I was growing up, I had a little dog that was a Boston Terrier. I love those little bulldogs, named Muggsy. When I was a little guy, I was about 7 years old. Muggsy ran in front of a golf ball as my neighbor was swinging, practicing driving in the backyard, hit Muggsy in the head, knocked her out. When she came back around, she was in shock. And he brought her up and put her in the front yard, and the dog was trying to bite everything because it was in shock. Well, I, in my naivete, thought I could just run over, and little Muggsy, who slept in my bed every night, and little Davy would be best buddies, and that dog was getting ready to tear my arm off, and my dad or one of the neighborhood men grabbed me and pulled me back and they threw a blanket over that dog and took it to the vet, and it never again liked golf balls after it came back around. But That's when I first learned that even things that you love when they're afraid and wounded will hurt you. You need to stop being one of those. Everybody start being a little nicer. Find someone you can leave an extra big tip with. Find someone you can just smile at. They're afraid, some of them. And they're more afraid, some of them, than they've ever been in their adult lives because they've never really faced a crisis before. Some of these youngsters have never faced a real hard time. For them, the hard time was that the battery on their cell phone was running low. And they need your mercy and your love, and you need to be kind. I don't care what you do to me, I'm going to be kind to you. I'm going to love every one of you. I'm going to give you a big old hug, and I'm going to help you. And I'm going to block you on Twitter if you're a moron. So this is what we're going to do for the next couple hours. John, you ready?
I love every second of it.
Yeah. So we'll take some calls, those of you that have questions about fear and anxiety. But I think some kindness is in order. I think some people need to start being
Top order,
nice.
top of the line, everywhere. Just be kind.
Yeah. Just stop.
Just stop. Just be kind.
It's not our nature to do that when we're in trouble.
That's right.
Our nature is to lash out.
That's right.
And some of these people are showing that they have the emotional maturity of a 4-year-old. And they're functioning at that level. And the things you say on Twitter, the things you say on Instagram, the things you say to your own family, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need to be nice.
Start right now. Be kind.
Spread kindness.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Hugs. Listen, you want social distancing? Better stay away from me because I'm going to hug you. Come here, John.